God sends Nehemiah to rebuild the wall around Jerusalem.
I can do anything through Christ who gives me strength. Philippians 4 verse 13. Nehemiah 3, 4 and 6.
The Jews were captives in enemy lands for many years. When Nebuchadnezzar was king, he sent God's people away in exile and destroyed Jerusalem. Now God's people were returning, and they'd started to rebuild the temple and the city. But even after many years, the wall around this great city was not finished, and the city was not yet safe.
Nehemiah decided to take charge. So one night, he took his horse and rode around the city, examining the walls of Jerusalem that had been broken down, and the gates that were destroyed by fire. No one knew about this secret assessment. When he finished his inspection, Nehemiah went to the leaders and said, "Jerusalem lies in ruins, and its gates are burned to the ground. The city isn't safe. Come, let us rebuild the walls of Jerusalem, and we will be restored to honor."
The people all agreed and said, "Let's start rebuilding." Soon enough, Israel's enemies heard that the city was being enforced and realized that Israel would soon be too strong for them to defeat. "What are you doing?" they asked. "Are you Jews rebelling against the king?" Nehemiah answered them, saying, "The God of heaven will give us success. We are his servants. He will help us to rebuild. As for you, you have no share in Jerusalem, and you do not have claim or right to it."
Israel's enemies attacked, trying to stop them from building the wall. "Carry swords and spears while you work," Nehemiah said to the people building the wall around Jerusalem. "Don't be afraid of them. Remember the Lord, who is great and awesome, and fight for your brothers, your sons and your daughters, your wives and your homes."
When the enemies heard that Israel was fighting back, they turned around to go home because they realized that this work was done with the help of God.
From that day onward, half of the men worked to build the wall, and half of the men were equipped with spears and swords, bows and armor, ready to defend the city.
"Wherever you hear the sound of the trumpet," Nehemiah said, "join us. Our God will fight for us."
When the wall was completed, the people celebrated and sang praises to God. God helped them to build the walls of Jerusalem, and he kept them safe from their enemies. When God is with us, we are strong enough to do whatever he commands us to do.
Here we discover that God is stronger than those who are against us. And that's in 1 John 4 verse 4.
Memorize. Wherever you hear the sound of the trumpet, join us there. Our God will fight for us. Nehemiah 4 verse 20.